Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, wanted to touch on this because I didn't get a chance to touch on this when it happened, but we're gonna catch up here. Bryant Jennings and Dillian Whyte, they got into it kind of at the David Haye Bellew weigh-ins, I believe it was. So basically, what happened was Kugan Cassius of IFL TV. Shout out to him; he's doing a great job in the UK. Kugan Cassius of IFL TV did an interview with Bryant Jennings because Jennings was there with David Haye because David Haye and him spar with each other here at the Fifth Street Gym, and that's who he was there to support his boy David Haye. And he asked, Bryant Jennings about some heavyweight fights that he want to make, and to put it pretty simple. The first name that came out of Kugan's mouth was, Dillian Whyte. He asked, what did you think about the Dillian Whyte fight? And these are Bryant Jennings' exact words, so excuse the profanity, but he said, I don't think these heavyweights could fuck with me. I don't think they can beat me. And that in the UK, they kind of interpreted that a different way. In America, that simply just means, you can't mess with me, you can't beat me, or you're not on my level. Dillian Whyte took offense to that, and then, there was some things that happened at the weigh-ins. They kind of confronted each other. And tensions were high. And look, Bryant Jennings, I talked to him. Great guy, real cool. Gave me some good advice, just about life and stuff. Cool guy. I really do like Bryant Jennings. I respect him as a fighter because he's one of the very few guys in any weight class who's fought the best guys out there. I mean, how many guys in any weight class will fight arguably the two best heavyweights in the world, in Klitschko and Luis Ortiz? If you look at his last 5 opponents, going all the way back to 2013. So that's Andrei Fedosov, Artur Spilka, Mike Perez, Luis Ortiz, and Vladimir Klitschko. It's all good names, all solid, notable heavyweights. If you add up all their records at the time he fought them, the records come out to 146 wins and 7 losses. So he's fighting cream of the crop guys. At the time he fought Klitschko and Ortiz, their records combined was 86-3, I believe, or something like that. 83-3 or 86-3 was. Yeah, he was. Hold on. 86-3. Yeah. So Bryant Jennings, you can say he has 2 losses, but to me, one of the only proven commodities at heavyweight right now is Bryant Jennings. Durable. Doesn't have the best, most punching power in the world, but durable, super athletic, has good reach, and when you fight Bryant Jennings, you're going to be in for a fight. Even though Luis Ortiz got him out of there was a lot of instances where Bryant Jennings had success, and in the Klitschko fight, same thing there. Klitschko, I'm pretty sure Klitschko was not able to stop Bryant Jennings. So he had to. It was his regular jab hold fest from Klitschko. But with that being said, I think if he was to ever fight Dillian Whyte, he would beat Dillian Whyte. If you look at it, right, Dillian Whyte, Bryant Jennings, I should say, Bryant Jennings has an 84-inch reach advantage, really long arms, and Dillian Whyte has a 78-inch reach advantage. So stylistically, he'd already have the advantage in reach. He has it in experience, and he's definitely the superior athlete. So to me, that fight to me is a no-brainer. I think he beats Dillian Whyte. But Bryant Jennings, I want to see more of this from him. Bishop Boxing Today, shout out to him. We kind of touched on this. He was talking about how Bryant Jennings is laid back, just much like how he is. And it's cool. There's nothing wrong with being laid back, but sometimes you got to talk and show a little fire. And I like the fire that I saw in this interview with Kugan Cassius of IFL TV. B.Y. Jennings, I want to see more of that from him. I want to see that guy more. And just my impressions of him, talking to him, and just being around him for the couple minutes that I spent around him, he seems like a very intelligent guy, very analytical, thinks things through, but he almost seems like he overanalyzes things, and that's not always the best thing to do. So I'm hoping, man, that Bryant Jennings, he can get back in the ring at least before June. I would love to see Bryant Jennings back in the ring before June, because he hasn't fought since December of 2015. So we need to see Bryant Jennings back in the ring. We need to see what he can do, and where he still stands in this heavyweight division. The guy is a good fighter, and he hasn't fought in a while, so I would like him to, like he said in the interview, I'd like him to get his rhythm back and kind of ease his way back into, the landscape of the heavyweight division. But hopefully these fights happen, and let me know what you guys think. Do you think Bryant Jennings could beat Dillian Whyte? I think it'd be a great fight. I'd probably pick him over Dillian Whyte, but I'm sure many of you might think that Dillian Whyte, could beat Bryant Jennings. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, who you got in the fight and why. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.